Turn 45, January 20th, 1942. Let's see what kind of damage Lodrik does to us this turn. Auto flip DeVeo. Or Davio, whatever. See, we're seeing a lot of AKs in port. Couple night landings. Alright. Day phase. See, we're seeing more AKs. Alright, bunch of recon going on. And bombing Chinese troops, of course. Wow, look at that mauling. That's what happens when we're stuck in the open. Bombing what? Airfield, airfield, and troops in Singapore. Alright, doesn't say we got any, but wow, pretty poor showing, although he's pretty high, yeah, 20,000. Bombing more troops as singers. We got a Mary there. These guys coming a little lower? Oh no, they just caught a lot more damage. Hey, that was the AM phase. Alright, and PM phase is over. It looks like he had a lot of, I won't say a lot, but it looks like weather impeded some of his strikes, especially up in Burma. Yeah, he's not pushing through there. he took Mictilla with a regiment. Yep. He'll take Peru. He'll take Balabar. Alrighty, we'll wait for the base expansion and production phase to finish. So pause the video. We'll get some saves. We'll grab some data, come back and go into the after action. Although from the slow turn, does not look like there's going to be much to talk about. Alrighty, not a very exciting turn, rather dull, but let's get into it. Point-wise, Japan went up 29 points. We went down 4. We had no aircraft losses. Japan lost 4. Take a look at those. He lost 2 Anns. 1 Mary was shot down with flak, and 1 Sally was crashed in ops. Incoming units for us on air units, we get 2 battleships in tomorrow. And we get a unit of P-40s in eastern U.S. Then it'll be a few days before we get a bunch more, but in 4 days we get a bunch of B-17s, which I think all get withdrawn soon. Some Hurricanes supposedly at Rangoon, but they'll probably pop up maybe in probably Aden is the backup. And then we get a bunch of P-39s, some more B-17s. Yep. But I'm pretty sure those B-17s were just there for like a month or 2 before they get sent to Europe. Alright, ships sunk. No ships was sunk last turn. So let's go right into ship availability. 49 days we get the Hornet. CMB. Yep. Alright. 1 day we get 2 battleships and a destroyer. Then some subs come next and the light cruiser. And then 10 days we get the Idaho, another destroyer. Then the Revenge shows up. And then we get a couple British battleships, and then some more surface ships. All right, the Hornet arrives in 49 days. The Formidable in 53 days. Let's throw CVEs in there too. I'm not sure when they start showing up. They're not going to start showing up until May. And then we get 1 every couple months. Okay. But yeah, we're going to get 4 carriers this year. Unfortunately, 2 of them are British. They're just smaller and less capable as the U.S. carriers. And 43 is when we really shine. We get a bunch of CVLs and a bunch of carriers. But we'll take every ship we can get at this point. Ground reinforcements, we got 2 days. We get a bunch of units, a bunch of like base units basically, construction units, the engineering units. We get a tank battalion, artillery group, and headquarters, and another Chinese corps that will pop up in Chongqing at pretty much almost useless amounts. We'll have to let it build up if we have time. So let's see. Nothing to withdraw. Okay, another unit was lost this turn. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can buy that guy back or not. And we can, but where does he appear? Yep, we're not buying him back. We're not going to buy him back just so we can disappear again. So we'll leave them on the queue, and maybe once Sumatra and Java are gone, we can start buying these guys back because they'll appear somewhere else. All right, let's go ahead and pull up Combat Reporter, and we will take a look at signal intelligence. All right, we got some radio information. Luganville, Joliet, Norfolk, Buna, Pago Pago, Kafang, Iba, Miri, Tokyo. Yep, nothing surprising there. Located. I'm really trying to see if I'm really interested in if any ships show up on here, but so far I haven't seen one. But I'm not really an expert on Allied signal intelligence, so I'm not sure if ships will show up here or not. And there's 2,500 men at Teonin. Alright, not helpful at all. Alright, let's go ahead and pop back onto the map. We'll take a look around the world. Okay, up in India, nothing really going on here. We're just moving some men and ships around. We do have some reinforcements from off-map coming in. But they're still several days away. But they are on the map now. Down in the Burma, you can see we are in full-fledged retreat mode here. Just moving all these units out of here, trying to save as much as we can. We're keeping one at Lashio. We may keep one at Miyakina. I'm not sure on that one yet. I just want to make him come all the way down here to capture it. Malaya is secure for him. Sumatra, nothing's going on in Sumatra. Hey, we finally got the hell out of the swamp. Nice. Alright, you need to go into move mode and go all the way up here. I don't know if he'll make it, but it's gonna be a while. Alright. Singapore is still holding. We built up to level 2 forts again. His bombing campaign is not very effective against our airfield, so we're still able to get stuff built. We have 41,000 tons of supplies, so we have plenty of supplies to keep here. We got a lot of fuel, unfortunately. I wish I could burn that fuel, but we cannot. But every time he attacks, our defense, which is basically hinged on these 3 units here, an Indian division, Indian brigade, and an Australian brigade, gets a little bit weaker. You see their disruption and fatigue is not bad, but morale is low on a lot of the units. So we only got we got 3 battalions, 2 brigades, and 1 division that can actually fight. The rest are down here and they are pretty much beat to hell. So I don't expect Singapore to last much longer. Sumatra is fine. Nothing going on down here in Java. Borneo, nothing news going on. He's secured the northeast corner and really hasn't done much. Celebes, he has done nothing here since Menando fell. Let's go up in Philippines. Luzon's completely controlled. There's a few islands around the Philippines that aren't picked off, but he's working on them now. Mindanao, he's picking off the bases here. We have completely retreated into Malay here. So we will sit here behind whatever forts we can build. And I'm trying to suck in all the supplies that I can. I don't know if we'll get much more, but just trying to keep them all here so we can last here in the mountain fortress as long as we can. Coming down into what I call the DEI. Nothing going on down here at all. We do have a few subs out prowling around, but so far nothing. We have the last couple ships fleeing out of Java. The rest of them slowly popping from base to base to base to base. Just because the range on some of these ships is really low. Mostly I'm just trying to save all the AMs. I know they're not necessarily worth saving. They're only worth a point each. But every ship I can save is not only a ship I can use, but it's a ship that he doesn't get any points for. Even if they come down here and just hide in the port for the rest of the war, it's still a point that he doesn't have. Got a few actual ships coming down here yet that'll go to Perth. Then we'll disband them, and Perth does not have a plethora of fuel. It only has, what do we got here? 13,000. Okay, because I'm unloading a little bit right now. I need to start bringing fuel off map to Perth so I can load all these ships up and get them off map so I can actually use them somewhere useful. Got a few coming up from the south. There's still more down here. I'm just not sure what I want to do with them yet. Down here in New Zealand, not a whole lot going on. I am moving those resource net ships out of Christchurch up to Blenheim and then over to Wellington. This guy will probably sit here and start unloading. I could really use the fuel in that here. To the east, that destroyer has caught up with the rest of the with the Saratoga. Will join the task force. These guys will join up here, and we'll head up to Tahiti together. Tahiti is going to be one of my will be the main base in this area. I'm going to build up the port and that so we can store fuel and so forth here as kind of a way station. We do have some ships there now. We don't really have any fuel to. Well, we have some. We're going to try to unload what we can here. But the port's so small, we're not going to be able to, so I'm just going to leave them in the AOs and act as a replenishment task force. We got Lady Lex finally leaving the area. She has refueled. She has enough fuel to get to Pearl. So that is her destination. She'll go up there and get all her damage repaired. And then we will execute our defense plan. I have decided where my main thrust of counterattack, my first one at least, will be. But I'm keeping that kind of close to my chest right now. As I'm not sure it'll be, but I know where I want to do it. But we'll see how things work out. But that's not going to be for a couple months. So I'm going to have plenty of time to get all the units in place. We got this guy heading back to Pearl. That guy bringing down more supplies and fuel. More guys coming down. Coming down. This guy's heading to Palmyra to drop off supplies. Yep, one of the last strugglers from Manila. Nope, actually that's the guys that we sent to Midway to drop off supplies. But there is a guy up here in Midway. Why are you here? Oh, lack of fuel. Okay. What does Midway have for fuel? Oh. Should have plenty. I just dropped some fuel off there. Let's get this guy up here. Refuel him. Set his home to Pearl. And send him home. I'm going to go ahead and change this to cruise speed. Since he's only moving 1 hex a turn anyways, it won't matter how long it takes him to get there. But a moving cruise speed, you lower your chance of getting extra damage en route. Now what's going on there? We have some ships that are coming off map here. And we're starting to send reinforcements to the South Pacific. Got troops here. Not combat troops, they're more engineers. Heading to some bases in the South Pacific to start building them up. In the north we have supplies. Should be fuel, base force unit engineers heading up to Kodiak to start building that base out. I want to build out Kodiak, I said before, and then once that's secure, I will come down here to probably Dutch Harbor and build that up. I think Dutch Harbor is too exposed at the moment, so I don't want to build up a base and just have them come in and take it. I don't have nothing to send there combat-wise. Just dropping off supplies and stuff. Got to go slow here out of Seattle because enemy sub likes to cruise from here to like here. So I have to come out to this spot and then come down for a bit before I can go anywhere else just to avoid the damn subs. But let's go up. Nope, we're not done yet. Let's go check out the fiasco that is China. Alright. He is definitely heading north with a nice size here. I think he's going to come up here and probably sit here and maybe even come up here and head up north. But he wants to take this crossroads here. That'll cut off all fuel and oil flow into the interior. I got nothing to stop him. I got one lonely core here, and to be honest, he can't stop him. Got a bunch of guys here, but even this many guys, I'm trying to just get them into the interior. I don't want them trapped to the north, but I don't know if they're going to make it. Probably not. They have to travel 2 hexes. He has to travel 1. We got units trapped over here because he has these guys here, and a bunch of units down here as well. I'm trying to work these guys around. I'm having to go into the mountains to get around them. It's just what it's going to be until I can get these guys out of here. Down in the south, I mean, we're running a little bit low on supplies, but that's just kind of what it is. I don't have any transports to fly these supplies into China yet. So I'm just it's just basic supplies runs at the moment. I'm going to stop running any kind of bombing campaign. That's just used too much supplies. And I'm hoping I can hold whatever I can hold for as long as I can. But that's basically the turn. If you guys enjoyed watching it with me and how it unfolded, please go ahead and click on the like button. If you're following along this campaign or you're following my game against Helson and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and click that button as well. Every click helps me out a little bit. Gets me better visibility in YouTube, gets more people into the videos and more people onto the games. But until the next turn, you guys have yourself a great day, and I'll see you later.